What's up, everybody? This is Tom Taylor with South China Morning Post, SCMP Martial Arts. Joined today by one of the, I would say, one of the OGs of one championship, Mr. Reece McLaren. Reece, how's everything going, man?
Yeah, man, everything's great. I can't even begin to express how good everything is at the moment. Just loving life.
You got a big fight coming up in about a week. I believe the news isn't out yet, but you're fighting Xie Wei at One Championship 158 next Friday. This will be your first fight in over a year at this point. So, I mean, just having said that, how good is it going to feel to get back in there, feel the circle again and feel that cage that you're so familiar with?
It's a crazy one. I had this kind of thought the other day. It's like the last maybe two or so. I've kind of just wanted to get them done, get in there and get it done. This one, I just can't wait for it to. I just can't wait to get in there. Really, like just the whole back to enjoying the whole process is. Yeah, it's everything's just lining up, man. It's feeling good.
So what have you been doing in the year since we last saw you? For the people that aren't following your career super closely, where have you been?
I've been trying to get back in there. I had a bit of a health scare earlier this year. Other than that, I had a beautiful little daughter with my beautiful fiance, and I jumped back on the tools. So the COVID thing, it's money, and I had to step up and not supply for the family, but yeah, I had to earn a keep.
Of course, gotta put food on the table, man. Congratulations on the daughter. That's so great to hear. How's fatherhood going so far? Are you taking to it naturally? How's it going?
Yeah, oh, man, I love it. It kind of like suits my lifestyle. It's like, hey, you want to come out? Nah.
Right on, man. That excuse you've been waiting for all along to start turning down some of these invitations, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, it's so awesome. I can't even start to. Yeah, it's the best. It's the best thing ever.
Amazing, man. Well, let's talk a bit about fighting. As I said, you're fighting a very dangerous guy in about a week's time. I guess the first question is, what do you know about this guy? What are your thoughts on this guy?
Yeah, look, 3-fight win streak. He just TKO'd or whatever the little Daehwan Kim. I like that guy too. It was a pretty exciting fight. So I think the fans are just in for someone's getting a 50K bonus.
hmm This does strike me as a bonus friendly fight for a lot of reasons. We'll start with him. I mean, if you watch this guy's tape, you see that he has power. You don't even really need to watch the tape though. You look at his record, and there's a lot of knockouts there. How have you been preparing for the firepower this guy obviously brings to the table?
Look, I've changed camp, and I'm just bringing a whole new set of tools to the table this time around. It's I don't want to say it's going to be like versus power, but I can definitely confidently say that I'm bringing something new.
You mentioned a new camp. Where are you training now, and what prompted the change?
Look, I'm full time now out of Bunchu with Mr. John Wayne Parr himself, and I
I've
got
heard
him
of
as
him.
pretty much. Yeah. I got him luckily enough as a full time coach. Now he's in happy retirement. It's been amazing, absolutely amazing.
Amazing, man. Well, you sort of alluded to it there. Power versus power. Obviously, that's a bit of an oversimplification, but you obviously have great hands yourself too, great power yourself. You kind of have to in one championship these days. So
Yeah.
how does that striking match go between you and him?
Again, it's going to come down to war of nutrition and attrition. I think whoever can capitalize and strike first, and whoever lands cleanest, it's everyone kind of they think they know what I'm going to do, but I know what they want to do. Everyone wants to hit me and knock me out, but
Mhm.
can't hit this.
It's not that easy. Of course, you got the excellent grappling to fall back on too. Do you feel like that's sort of your X factor in this one? You've got that in case the striking stuff doesn't go well.
Yeah, big time. I think it's the ace I hold up my sleeve that no one else does except maybe the champ. So, yeah.
hmm You seem to have a lot of advantages in this fight. Some that are fairly obvious, the grappling, but then others that are a little more intangible, like this your opponent. I wouldn't say he's a prospect necessarily. He's had quite a few fights, but you fought the bigger names. You've been at one championship for longer. Do you see that being a factor in this one?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think I've got the experience advantage as well. It's in my head because I'm ranked 5. It's everyone ranked has the target on their head, but whoever 5 fights is gonna be usually 6 or 7. So if we're looking at top 10, I'm fighting a top 10 ranked opponent in the world, and I've said it for a long time. I think the best flyweights are in 1, and we're all here to prove that we're number 1, and I'm ready just to do this. Hey, balling up, man. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I can tell you're excited, man. Another advantage, this is a bit of a speculation on my part, but I was watching Xie Wei's fight with Danny Kingad, and he looked like he was quite a bit smaller than Danny in that fight. And of course, you're a natural for this division. You fought up at bantamweight. Do you anticipate a size advantage in this one?
It's weird around this weight because gravity kind of affects us a little bit different to the bigger boys. I kind of thought I had a bit of a size advantage against you, and it kind of worked against me, if that makes sense. Like, he was able to get the underhooks, and I wasn't able to get my clean shot like I usually do. Though I wasn't setting anything up, I was just rushing that fight terribly. Almost swore then. Yeah, no, I definitely think I'm going to have a bit of a reach advantage as well.
Cool. You are currently ranked number 5, I believe, unless the rankings have changed since I checked a few days ago. He's not ranked. Having said that, how valuable do you see a win over him being as he kind of pushed towards the title?
Look, for me, the ranking system, I'm not really too fussed with it. It's kind of just whatever. If anything, I'm impressed with his 3-fight win streak against good opponents. So that's the scalp I'm chasing.
Looking at the rankings, there are 4 guys ranked ahead of you, excluding the champion who's sort of in his own category in the rankings. There's 4 guys ranked ahead of you right now, and you've already fought 3 of them, being Danny Kingad, Kairat Akhmadov, and Yuya. The 4th one that you haven't fought yet is Demetrius Johnson. Now, just by process of elimination, do you think that's a possibility for your next fight if you win this one next Friday?
Yeah, it's always. I'd like to at least get a little bit more paid for that one, being DJ the GOAT. Just, I don't know, man, 2021 kind of, I had to really reestablish my worth. And then this year has really made me cement a lot of things. I've got a lot of confirmations on things that I had started to think over in 2021. So it's, man, obviously you want to fight the best, but also I got to be looking at getting paid for the big fight. And in my head, he's still the biggest, besides the champ. Obviously, I feel DJ's still the GOAT in any, like, pound for pound and everything. I feel like he's number 1.
Yeah, he's an absolute legend and certainly one of the best fighters in this division and in one championship. Now, I know he's kind of got a target on his back just because he has that status. There's a lot of guys gunning for him at any given time. If you lucked out, you got that fight and they compensated you properly, how do you see that one going? I mean, how do you think you match up with him?
Yeah, look, I think I match up really well with everyone. I'd love to run all of them back. Again, though, man, I'm not here to stand in line. I want to get through this one, and then I'd love my rematch with Danny, who I think was ranked number 2. Now he's probably slipped, and then fast track it to the title. If I get 2 dominant wins, I can't see them not lining that up. I mean, I was the number 1 contender in 2018 or 19 or whatever, and that fight was meant to happen with me in Adriano, and he got injured. Well, first there was meant to be January, and he said no, and then he obviously got injured, and I think it's just been a long time coming, that fight, me and him, and I want that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. You were scheduled to fight him in 2018 and it never happened. And then, so the division sort of moved on in different ways. Do you feel like you kind of, I don't want to say cheated out of that title shot, but does it feel like you missed out on an opportunity that you earned?
Uh, to be honest, I think that flyweight belts eluded me a few times. When I was scheduled to fight him, then he pulled out. I think I should have fought for the interim title then against Suba. But they had given away that interim title earlier to Xie Wei and Karat fight, who obviously Xie Wei won that one. So I've touched the gold. It was bantamweight and just a photo shoot. But man, I really feel that if I get 2 dominant wins, there's no way that you can say no to lining me up for that fight.
Yeah, I agree, man. Especially given your history in this division, the guys you've already beat, you have to factor all of that into when you do get that opportunity to fight for the title. Assuming it's still Adriano, how do you think you match up with him? He's obviously a very dangerous guy with a lot of skills, and he's huge for the division. How do you think you match up with him?
Man, I think everyone's just gonna have to tune in for that one. Look, I don't like to give too much of a prediction or I don't like to really sound cocky in prediction. So this, I don't want to also look too far ahead. I'm just excited for this next one, and that's all that I've really been thinking about. In all honesty, just getting back in there, and I hate having long layoffs like this, but for me now, it's almost like I'm two fight camps deep at a new gym, so I've been able to like sublimate in a little bit more and get a groove of everything, and I think this is going to be the best Reece anyone's going to see.
After the layoff you've had, when you imagine just the walkout, getting back in there, and when you're in the circle with him, he's just standing across the cage, all the excitement is kind of mounting. You're right there at that final moment before the fight. How's that going to feel? I imagine that's going to be kind of a surreal moment for you.
Yeah, to be honest, I try and make them all feel like my very first fight, and it's that to me is it's just the whole process. I'm just enjoying everything at the moment, loving it, just loving life. I mean, just a really good place at home, at the gym, and yeah, daughter and basically my wife is just
Yeah, that's awesome to hear, man. A happy man is a dangerous man. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, so I know you said you don't want to do predictions. You're not big on predictions, but if you kind of, imagine the ways this fight can end in your favor, I mean, how do you see it going? I guess I basically just asked you for prediction in different words, but, but I mean, is there any particular way you see this one going?
Look, I think it's going to go which way that I want it to go, to be honest.
Fair enough.
And then judges, all I can say is judges, go home, go get a beer. You're not going to be needed.
Yeah, you're really confident this one will end in a finish one way or the other?
Yeah, 100%.
And that should, position you pretty well for a bonus, right? These bonuses didn't exist when you last fought. Now they do. I mean, has this changed anything for you? Will this change the way you fight?
It's definitely made me a lot more excited. When you look back at all my past fights, it's almost every fight's a fight bonus winning performance. It's either fight of the night, submission of the night, or a knockout of the night. So I think when people see my name on the card, they can pretty much be like, oh no.
Yeah.
50K is coming this way, baby.
Yeah. Well, you were already a finisher, like you said, already an action fighter. You're known for these exciting fights. Are you going to be even more exciting now, even more of a finisher now? Like now that the possibility of a bonus is hanging there right in front of you?
Man, it's for me, not even the bonus is bringing that. It's the change of environment for me. I'm bringing war. I'm bringing Parr Muay Thai to the cage now. And man, I'm telling you, just you might have to change my fight name to the Demolition Man.
All right, man. Alistair Overeem got rid of that one. He's the Reem now, so the Demolition Man's up for grabs. It's perfect.
Yeah, well, I'm doing Demolition as work at the moment, so it's fitting.
Beautiful, man. I love doing some demo. That's always very cathartic stuff, very fun stuff, isn't it?
It can be fun. It can be fun.
Cool, man. Well, assuming it all goes your way, how good is it going to feel to get back in there and get that first win back?
Yeah, look, just getting in there alone is going to feel amazing. I feel it's been a long time coming, and we're ready. I think this is the fittest I've ever been. So yeah, I can't wait.
And you mentioned, representing the Par Muay Thai. That's kind of a cool storyline here that I wasn't aware of. Being that John Wayne Parr just had his retirement fight and won, and it was such a big spectacle and such an emotional moment. Do you feel like you can kind of carry on his legacy in the promotion a little bit by continuing to fight out of that gym?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I just want to put Bunchu MMA on the international map. It's we're doing good in the local scene, and I just want to showcase it on the international scene.
Cool, man. Well, that's all I got for you today, Reece. I know you're a busy man anyway. You probably got a lot of things to do over there as a new dad. But any message for your fans and your supporters before I let you go?
Just tune in next Friday. We're going to war.